Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hey, fellas.
Hey,
What's going on?
Man, I was really jamming out to our music there, dude.
that was the extended intro, apparently.
That was
I was headbanging and everything, man. Yeah.
I saw you.
Hey, so before we get started here, I'm gonna call an audible real quick and
Oh
say
my gosh.
hey, just want to do a quick shout out to Adam. So he's the newest member of our family. And we were talking before the show and he's like, hey, do a shout out for me. I'm like, well, I'm right in the other room, but okay, buddy. So, hey, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Here's your shout out.
What's
Now
up,
get ready
Adam?
for bed. Now get ready for bed.
Time to go to bed.
Time to
Way to go.
to bed. So, Chris, how we doing? What is going on?
Oh, hey, it's just another day in the neighborhood, man. Just glad to be here. It's cold. It's cold outside.
It is.
I don't know if anybody realized that.
I'm still out of breath from sprinting downstairs, get my computer set up, finding my headphones. I have late practice tonight. I mean, it was a struggle. Oh,
Hey, late practice. That's the way of life. Zach knows.
No.
well, I mean,
No.
we made that long trip down there to Powerville last night, and it's rough having a late practice after being down there.
Hey, do you play tomorrow?
Yeah, we play
Well,
R7.
okay. Well,
I
hey,
might end up at that game.
do the girls play tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
It's a four-game night, baby.
Oh,
Come on, man.
four-game night. Did the girls play last night?
Yes, they did. They played Northwest and got
Okay,
the
well, never mind.
victory.
I was trying to find a way to get you an early practice, but
Yeah,
it just didn't work out.
yeah, it didn't. Well, I could have probably went over to the junior high, but I only got to practice an hour and a half.
Mhm.
And I want to. I mean, we spent a lot. We've been spending a lot of time shooting the basketball lately at practice, and
Mhm.
it paid off. Well, dude, we hadn't played since January 2nd. It had been 15 days. And
Is that a long time? I don't know. I
dude,
still
at
haven't
this
played
point
a game in a while.
at this point of the season, yes, that's a lot of practices.
Yeah, but
no
I mean,
game.
the kids need a vacation, so I think you should just give them the whole time off. Who cares?
Well, I
Let 'em
mean,
take time off.
Oh,
No,
my
we didn't
goodness.
take time off, and it was nice to go down to Perryville and get a comeback win in the fourth quarter. We were
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations. They even
yeah.
a little write up about it too.
Seymour Ball guy was there. He didn't want to talk to me any, but he was there.
I mean, you took a picture. You were on the front page there. A kid from Perryville shooting, and you're like yelling.
Oh,
at
and
him.
that number 10 hit 4 threes in the first quarter.
Did you have your
So,
hand up?
I was
Were you boxing out?
I was yelling, shooter!
So let me ask you something. When a kid shoots right in front of you and you're the coach, do you yell at him to try to distract him, or?
I was yelling, shooter!
There you go. So you answered my question. So the answer is yes.
you don't get the shoelaces. Hey, shoelaces untied.
Dropped your pocket.
Seriously, that kid was on fire. He had 6 threes last night, and 20
Oh
points,
my
I think.
goodness.
So, I mean, yeah, he couldn't miss from 3, but we stuck it out in fourth quarter. We held them to 2, and we scored 15 to win the game. So it was a good time.
So what you're saying is defense wins ball games.
It's amazing how much we talk about that at practice. We call it at Herculaneum boys basketball. If you've been a basketball player in the last 9 years, you know what buddy time is. And buddy time,
boy.
that's what we call it. It's buddy time. And our kids know as soon as I say buddy time, we're having some shell drill. It's defensive time. And
I bet you Coach Buddy loves buddy time.
Oh, dude, it's great. Coach Buddy gets a little bit of yelling. Today, dude, he blew his top. It was awesome.
I wish you would record that because I would love to see
cannot buy that.
He was as red as my Kool-Aid right here, man. I'm telling you, he was as red as my shirt. That's the most mad I've seen him in a while. It was good. It was good stuff.
Except for when that Jarvis kid was a freshman, right? That's what
man, it was one heck of a.
Did he ever have to have conversations like, do I have to play this Jarvis kid on JV? I mean, can I just put him at the end of the bench?
No, he was the one always telling me that I needed to play that kid more. So yeah, when you got good assistant coach like Coach Buddy, I mean, a lot of the things that we do is a lot because of him. Kids love him, and it's great to have a great assistant coach like that. And got a new assistant in Zach Helmer this year. He's a Herky grad, which that also helps. And so it's been a fun year, even though we may have not won as many games as we want to right now. But we're young. We're starting to figure some things out, hopefully at the right time.
So, all right. So we'll just get right into it. And the fact that you both have said, hey, we haven't played a game in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to ask you this. As a head coach, and now there's more potential weather on the way.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. So how do you all go about rescheduling? How do you go about trying to manage what you have to do, what the other teams have to do? I mean, at this point of the year, there's a lot of juggling. How do you handle that as a coach? How do you get ready? How do you get your players ready? I mean, just lay it out.
It's interesting you said that. I don't know if you guys noticed Kingston's post yesterday on Twitter. It was Hamilton had posted, hey, the R7 game is not, basically it's nothing to do with us, but we can't play it tonight. They had to schedule they didn't say anything else, just the other team couldn't play it. And I was like, they were supposed to play R7, but R7 rescheduled the conference game on the same night because that was the only time St. Vincent could get it in. So there's going to be, like, if we can't play this game tomorrow for us, our 7 game, next week I'm in a tournament Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I can't, there's no way I'm putting a game on
Tuesday
or Thursday.
It's not, you're
and
hosting.
We're hosting the tournament. And then the following week, we already have a makeup game that week that we've already added. I've already had to move the Patriots game that we missed to February, hopefully, is what it looks like. And that's going to be a 3-game week. So we're going to have some 3-game weeks. That's just all there is to it.
I remember my 1 year at R7, and I think probably because conference had already been wrapped up, we had weather with Crystal, and that's the only time I can remember in head coaching history, and however many years, that we didn't get that conference game in. And and but with the way the snow fell and districts, because I think it was that year where as COVID you had to host, like the better seed or higher seed hosted, and it just didn't work out. And I'm thinking it was nuts.
I have to give our schedule when I first we've had to do a lot of work to get our schedule like a normal, because most normal boys schedules is you play Tuesday, Friday, right? That's what. And so Coach Gilman, I will give him a lot of credit. He's worked his butt off to try to get Tuesday, Friday for us. But then when you're trying to squeeze these games you miss in, then you're going to have to play a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, or you're going to have to play a Tuesday,
Monday,
Thursday,
Tuesday,
Friday, or a
yep.
Monday, Tuesday. And you're picking your poison of, oh, do I want to play this team right before I play another conference team? And that's what this weather's going to do to a lot of people. I mean, because like I said, we went 15 days. I said that, and Coach and Gilman was like, "Has it really been 50?" I go, "Yeah, 15 days since we played a game."
And how many games have you guys both played this year so far?
14.
I'm 4-8, so I've played 12.
And there's some teams that are still in the single digits.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
Well, let's see. I think our last game was on January 5th. We will not play again until Monday, so that will be what, the 22nd?
Who you play Monday?
Bayless in your
At
tournament.
our tournament, duh.
Yep. Couldn't find anybody. And, to be honest with you, we would have been able to play our varsity games between me and you last Thursday, but we couldn't find officials. And right now, I believe that's going to be the biggest problem moving forward on all these rescheduled games, because anytime that you have to reschedule, you want to try to find somebody as soon as you can and then contact the arbiter to get officials.
Well, yeah.
That's been our biggest thing. So we weren't able to play. We were supposed to play last Tuesday, but God forbid somebody do their effing job and confirm the schedule city school wise. I really don't care. It pisses me off because it hurts my kids.
Right. Well,
so
sure.
We have emails confirming that we had a game, but they don't sign the contract and you're not on our schedule. Okay, so great. Whatever. So anyway, we don't get to play that city school on Tuesday. Then we have the snow out on our game with you, Jason, with Herculaneum. And then, of course, this week we only had one game scheduled, and
because you had a tournament coming up. So I mean,
we have this week we had one game scheduled. That one got with all the weather and stuff Tuesday. That one we weren't able to play. So at the end of and we only had, and this is a week that back when I first started here, our kids used to do the pro-life trip to Washington D.C. And they stopped doing the trip, but it's one of those things where we also had we have a trivia night that we do for our fundraising and stuff. So it's really hard to host a game on Friday night. We've done it before, but it's been a Friday that I've been able to give the kids off, usually moving forward as far as practice is concerned. And then we come in on Sunday because we usually play Monday, Wednesday, Friday in your tournament. So we've had all this time off, and I've given the kids a couple of days here and there just because. And on the back end of our schedule, we've been able to pick up, I was hoping to do it before district seating, because the city school that we lost that we were supposed to play last week is in our district, and that's unfortunate because that would have helped. I think that was a winnable game, but we picked up another district opponent. It's going to be after the seed meeting because it's the last week of the regular season, and then we probably picked up another team, just waiting for an email saying yes, we're good. So we will play, and Zach knows how much I hate doing this. The last week of the season, we will play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, back to back.
When does district start? Saturday?
No, because we can't start districts on Saturday because Misha, for everything that, their righteousness and greatness and all-knowing and doing everything perfect and thinking about the kids, will not let you start the districts on Saturday. You have to start it on effing Monday. And I don't understand that one which way or the other. Get the first round games out of the way on Saturday if you can, especially with the fact that we have girls and boys playing usually now at two different sites. So what does it freaking matter? And you said it, the weather. The weather is going to be so up and down. We don't know. It depends on different parts of the state. Like you said, we have teams that have only played single-digit amount of games around the state, depending on how much snow they get or ice or whatever else is going on. So why not
Mhm.
just let the district start on Saturday to make sure you get it done? No. We're going to start on Monday.
You sound
Great.
your last week. So that's when Gilman called me today, and he's like, "Hey, what do you think about playing the Patriots on this date?" Now I know it's the last week of the season. It's right before districts, and it's going to make me have 3 games. I want to play like a Monday, Tuesday, and then a Friday, and then turn around with districts start on Monday. Now
Mhm.
you win all 3 of those games, maybe you go into districts on a roll, but you know it's a lot of games right before district starts. But it's like I don't want to cheat the kids. You want them to be able to play their 26 games, and it's just hard to reschedule right now. And like you said, Gilman said, "Now this isn't written in stone, so don't." I guess I probably shouldn't have said, but
nobody's watching.
No, it's not written in stone as it. He goes, "This is tentative of officials."
Right.
I
Okay.
mean,
there we
So I'm
go.
going to ask you
that's
this.
what it's all going to boil down to.
Okay. So I want to throw this out. We have not ever. I don't think in the years that we've done the show, I don't think we've brought this idea up. Probably because you guys are going to say it's absolutely stupid.
It's absolutely stupid.
That being
I'm
said,
just getting it out of the way.
Yeah,
I know.
because it's your idea, so it's
Your
got
idea is
exactly.
stupid.
So
dumb.
So it just bing. So anyway, here's my thought. Because of the shortage of officials.
Yep.
Now it's going to hurt lower level, but what if, because you can't get officials, what if you made deals with the arbiter or whoever and said, look, we get into the situation. How about you get 4 varsity teams for 2 games? So instead of a JV varsity, you're going to do varsity, and it's just going to wind up being 4 different teams. Now you're going to lose out on the JV game, but the varsity kids at least get some games in. And it's a worst case scenario, but it's an opportunity to say, look, let's just take Pius Crystal, Herky, and whoever, and let's just say, hey, we have opponents. We'll not do the JV game, and then we'll go play, like Pius has to go play somebody instead of not having the game. Hey, you know what? Boop, boop, boop. Hey, Herky, Jarvis, how about we go play before you guys, and we'll play the 5:30 game, and we'll get a varsity game done.
I don't know. I mean, it just depends on if you want to give up the home game or the away game or where you want to play at. I mean,
at this point, if it's getting games in, it's getting games in.
Well, I mean, right now, I mean, as long as the email comes back and says yes, which all preliminary things we were just waiting for officials. I'm just waiting to hear back from an AD. We're gonna fill our games, and we won't be down games.
Okay.
Earlier this week, we were down 3 games, just because of the weather and people not doing their stupid jobs. It's not that damn hard, but whatever. I'm still pissed about it.
You know what's funny is the same school you're talking about we've had issues with in the past. That's why we don't play them anymore.
Well, I mean, and that's listen, I understand it's a different world coaching in the coaching or being an AD in the city as far as some of the charter schools or some of the St. Louis public high schools. But at the end of the day, I mean, gosh, it makes it incredibly difficult to put them on the schedule. And then on top of that, we have to go and play in one of the St. Louis City schools for our districts because they put in for the district and they can't even freaking host it. So they're hosting a game and playing in a different school because that's just how they do it, because their gym won't be. So why is that even allowed? I don't know. Again, I could get on a tangent, and it's still, the whole thing pisses me off. And it's not because it's an inconvenience to me. I don't care. I'll show up and play wherever, and Zach knows this. We'll play, we'll get our ass kicked, and that's fine. But me, at the same time, it's not fair to my kids and their parents and everybody else to go and play these games at a school that's not even remotely part of our district tournament. And then you have the same stupid problems with trying to schedule these teams, and they don't know how to seed. That's just another story for another time.
Oh,
they don't know how. They don't even know anything about your kids because the people that they get love their soul because they're get these coaches out of the goodness of their heart because they just want to coach the kids, and that's great. They don't understand the other crap that goes with it. It's the paperwork, it's the seed meetings, it's all this other stuff. They're just there to coach basketball, and again, that's fine. But then you don't have people who understand the rest of it, and they screw the whole thing up. It's a complete cluster. It's foobar beyond any stretch of the imagination, and it's stupid. I mean, it's just absolutely stupid.
It was horrible. When I first got to Herkian, we had a lot of those schools in our tournament, Bruce Thomas. And then what would happen? They wouldn't show up, or their bus didn't show up, and they missed their game. And, and then they're playing in the losers bracket, and they're the best team in the thing. And no one seeded them number one like all of us did that knew that they're going to kill everybody. But no, we'll seed them 4. And then so I had to take 2 butt whoopings in my own tournament because we weren't real good. But, I could have, if I'd have been a 4 or 5, and actually been playing against another 4 or 5, but no, I'm playing who should be the number 1 seed. So, yeah, it's frustrating. And I'm not going to lie to you. We've gotten rid of a lot of those schools from up north because of those issues and trying to get a hold of the right AD for the right school, for the right program. And it's hard to deal with. And when you're used to schools down here that are going to show up, or like we got a bunch. I mean, we got Pacific, Sullivan. We got schools that we know that they're going to be there. It's hard to.
Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, who wants to play a team that you don't know if they're going to show up, you don't know what they're going to do, and anything else. But again, and I digress. I go back to the whole point of everything is you're trying to put those games on your schedule. You're trying to you're trying to fill it. I don't like to have, unless I'm in a tournament, I don't like to play a back-to-back, and I definitely don't like to play back-to-back games because I don't feel like it gives my team, my coaches an opportunity to practice and prepare for the teams that we're playing.
Listen
but for me, I just want to finish.
Go ahead.
For me, otherwise I'll lose it. For me, I don't care at this point because I want the kids to have the opportunity to play those games, especially being down so many games that we have this year because of the weather and everything else that's happening. So it's like, piss on it. Let's just play. Who cares?
Well,
you know what we're going to do. The kids know what we're going to do. Let's just go out and do it.
There's years, man. There's years, we had that 1 year where it was ice, and it was like ice for 2 weeks. And you're just like, at the end of the year, you're like, we just need to play. I don't care. Let's just play.
That's where I'm at.
Matter.
Yeah, like the Perryville game. Okay, we were supposed to play it Tuesday. Then, we ended up couldn't play it. So we played it yesterday. They're playing tonight against Windsor. Then they're playing Festus on Friday. So they played us last night, Windsor tonight, Festus Friday.
And they got to because it's their home and home for conference, I mean,
because of the ice and all the stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
They've had to do it.
Okay, so you brought up a word that we're going to transition into some stuff here, some national stuff. That word you said.
Is it 4-letter? I'm all about the 4-letter word.
No, no, not this time. That word you said was prepared. One. I tell you what, there were a couple of teams last week that weren't prepared, and we're talking about the Browns and we're talking about the Cowboys. How about that wild card weekend? You had some great games. You had some great wins. Detroit, Detroit, first time in 30 plus years getting a playoff win. Okay.
You have to like
the Eagles
Detroit just because of their coach.
Oh, hey, Detroit's
he's
great.
Awesome.
He is. And in the story, I love the fact that, Goff, he's written off, he's casted aside. You're going to Detroit. You're not, and all he did was just help turn around the program. Now, you got a lot of great draft picks, and you chose wisely, right? Fastlane always talks about that. You chose wisely. And I love that the fact that the GM had all the success they've drafted. But I tell you what has to happen going forward for some of these NFL teams? I mean, and that's kind of what
can you believe Dallas is keeping Mike McCarthy?
Well, okay.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
So we said this is the Frozen episode. Well, let's get, we'll do a Nelly throwback. Let's get hot in here.
Oh my God, he did not just do that.
Hey, who's on the hot seat? Who is on the hot seat?
I don't know. It's too cold. It's too cold right now to know what's hot.
What do you do? Okay, you've got all the teams that fired all their coaches. Now all of a sudden you got playoff teams. You've got Dallas. How? What do you do? Philly? Now that's the one.
Philly's the one that's weird to me because, dude, they were just in the Super Bowl. How you fire that coach?
I don't know. That's Doug Peterson.
I know.
That's Philly. You said it. That's Philly.
I just don't get it.
No. So
he already fired as D coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a culture thing. Okay. So So there's 30 some odd jobs in the NFL, and the Saints has apparently their head coach has culture issues. It's now Philly. It's you lose 6 out of your last 7. That's a culture problem. Hold on. Time out. Are these not grown men? Are these not professional athletes? Shouldn't they be the ones that, I don't know, maybe police themselves and create their own culture?
No? Somebody told them a long time ago that they're great and they're awesome and
they're the greatest.
The as long as you have this transfer portal BS, these guys are able to go where you hurt my feelings because you try to hold me accountable. I'm leaving and going somewhere else. All they get is their ego stroked and how great they are and everything else. So just go wherever you want to go. Hell, make it open enrollment where anybody can go here in Missouri for anything they want. Your coach yells at you, just go wherever you want. It's the same thing. So they do it in college. They do it in college. I mean, and so why not? You go to the pros and it's like, hey, I'm going to try to hold you accountable. Well, I don't like the way that he talks to me, so I'm just not going to play as hard. Come on, man. I mean, it's just freaking stupid. And you know what? The fact the Eagles start out 10-1, 10-1, and they finish 11-7.
Well, they went 5-6 in their
5-6 going into the playoffs.
They freaking sucked, man.
Lost 5 out of 6. I mean,
listen, they got the talent. It wasn't like a bunch of dudes got hurt and they're like, "Hey, we're the mash unit. We're going to go with our backup quarterback." They looked like absolute dog shit. Okay, I mean, let's just call it like it is. That's exactly what they were. They freaking sucked. They sucked. The whole thing was they sucked.
Okay, is it X's and O's or is it Jimmy's and Joe's?
Jimmy's and Joe's got to freaking play. I mean, what's Nick Sirianni going to do? Take a cattle prod out there and zap somebody on the ass when they're not doing what they're supposed to do?
I think Hurt was hurt.
You think with his finger?
Yes.
I don't think he could. I don't think he read well. I think he got.
Yeah.
I think he. Well, maybe because of the injury, but I think he got skittish. Here's the kicker, though. Go look back at that 10-1 record that they had at the start.
Look at who they played.
Most of this. Tell me how many wins they had by more than 3 scores. At 3 scores or more. I'm probably goose egg. So it's not like they were blowing teams out. And then look at who they were playing. Were they playing a bunch of above 500 type teams? No. So
There were. I mean, we're harping on the Eagles and Dallas.
Yeah.
There were some good stories out of this weekend. I mean, you said Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I looked down at Baker Mayfield in Tampa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You took over for Tom Brady.
Right.
And you're
in
the playoffs. I mean, I read an article today about how Steelers should go after Baker Mayfield to be their next quarterback. And I'm
they don't want the Pitts guy? They've moved away from him?
I mean, I'm just saying they're not.
Wait,
I don't think they're sold on Pitt.
Yeah, what, small hands?
Swing the strong hand.
Hey, they drafted a quarterback, but he died. So
hey, did you see Tomlin? Tomlin after?
Wait, they're asking, hey, you liked his comment today or something? It was like, hey, I'm in a better mood. You want to ask me any questions about my contract? I mean, I will give the Steelers credit, Mike Tomlin. because he was in a bad mood after the game.
He just walked out. They said, "Hey, what
Yeah.
about you're in your last year? What do you think?" And he just looked at him and just walked out.
I mean, the press are going to ask stupid questions. I mean, hell, someone asked Doug Williams when after he won the Super Bowl, how long have you been a black quarterback? I mean, the press are going to ask you some really stupid questions. By the way, for anybody who has never watched football in their life and doesn't know who Doug Williams is, he's an African-American quarterback who played for the Washington Redskins and won the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos. And someone in the media asked him how long he's been a black quarterback. Well, I'm pretty sure that he woke up, one day and is like, you know what? I think I'm African American. I'm black. No.
Hey, if it's 2024,
people asking questions.
If it's 2024, that's a completely different answer.
But it wasn't. It was 1987.
I know. I mean,
that makes it even dumber. The fact that it was 1987 makes it even dumber.
Did you see the dumb reporter that asked the Tampa Bay quarterback or coach what he was going to do about the weather in Detroit? They play. He's
in
like,
a dome.
He goes, they play in a dome.
Hey, that just tells you all you need to know about the media and the fact that let ChatGPT just write everything from now on. Can we just do that?
ChatGPT, can you give me some legitimate questions to ask?
How are you going to get your team acclimated to the Detroit weather?
Wear a jacket.
But it says Ford Field.
Listen, I'm not going to say that having a college education is super important, but having some walking around sense probably does help. Trade school, great. I don't care. I would kids go to trade school, go make you some money, but it doesn't matter if you go to trade school or to college, have some damn walking around sense, because anybody who asks these stupid questions somebody should have slapped them and their mama in the face.
You know what
that's how freaking stupid that is.
That's just called here. We'll just pass you to the next grade so we get our
social promotion, ADA.
Here, we'll just pass you. Just go ahead. See that shoe? It says Adidas.
Well, dude, you know that schools get more money the more kids that walk across that stage.
No, Jason, I've never taught in public school. Please tell me about all of this. Interesting facts. I have no idea how this works. I will say this. I have had this. I've listened to other people talk about Baker Mayfield and everything else. And I think there's only two Tampa Bay quarterbacks who've ever thrown for 300 yards in a playoff game. It's Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield. Listen, Baker Mayfield has to have, I think he's a very competent NFL quarterback. Mm-hmm. I don't think that his talents are the thing that elevates a team because he's that good. I think he's good when the talent around him is good as well. Okay. He's got guys who can catch the ball. He's got a decent offensive line. He's got a little bit of a running game.
And I disagree a little bit because
it's fine.
He's been playing the last year. Last year he played hurt that entire season. Mm-hmm. That entire season, and if you look at the years he has not performed, he has had a major injury, whether it's a rib.
Then don't play. Then don't play.
That's not football players, dude. We're not talking about.
Okay, so but again, if you're not, if it shows that you're
because
hurt,
that's how bad the quarterback play is. There ain't nobody can play better than him.
You can't tell me they couldn't pull Joe Flacco off the couch. I mean, hell, the Browns did.
And Joe Flacco really looked good in that playoff game.
He looked like absolute dog crap. He sent him right back to the couch. Get your ass back there. You're retired.
Hey, good
ARP is going to be calling here in a couple of years.
Good flash in the pan, bud. I mean,
Sure.
How about we got to give some love to Jordan Love? Did he? No, that's because you don't like the Packers.
Well, okay, I'm not a Packers fan either, but Coach Buddy is a huge Packers fan.
Yeah,
I can't wait to pull that one. I'm glad you told me that.
I'm with you on this. I'm not usually with Zach on much, but why are not more teams looking at the way the Packers have done with these quarterbacks? Look at their last three.
Right.
And they've done it. The guy sat. Mm-hmm. He didn't play immediately. And everyone, all right, now everyone dissed them on Love and said he was terrible. But Dude, he has been the second half of the season one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
All right.
Yeah, the best.
So let's hold that one. Let's go to commercial because we have a quicker commercial break.
Yep.
We come
And
back.
I want to also
we'll
talk
jump
about,
into that.
and I also want to add Josh Allen because there's a funny take on him as well. Yes.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
how
Well, they call it audible there.
And no,
Golly.
I said and.
Whatever. Whatever. All right, we right back. More Coach's Box.
I'm a parking gate and I'm all out of whack.
Please insert your parking ticket.
It's gonna take a lot more than a little ticket to get out of here. And if you have cut rate car insurance, this could leave you all bent out of shape. No! So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Someone! That's broken too, pal.
Please insert your
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Case and Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings. We got great pizza. We got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow. We got games. We've got lotto. We've got cold beer. We've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out. Check out the weekly specials. Barbecue, pork steaks. Yum. Harold's Market. Thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Coach's Box. This is episode 174. This is the frozen week of sports. But I tell you who was in fuego was Jordan Love. Guys, he went. I got to.
Oh, you wrote it down. You did some research.
He went 16 for 21 for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdown passes. Guys, I mean, Jarvis brought this up. Now, I've got my take. Chris, you go first. Is this what the NFL or the NFL teams need to do going forward? They have Favre, then they've got Aaron Rodgers waiting in the wings. Now you draft Jordan Love. You've got him waiting in the wings. And now you see Jarvis brought up a great second half. Is this going to be his breakout time? And is he going to emerge as the next superstar for Green Bay? What do you think?
Well, I think you gotta. I can't jump the gun here and say that yes, Jordan Love is gonna take off. I mean, there's all kinds of things that have to happen for him to elevate to the level of. I mean, Brett Favre's a Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers is a future Hall of Famer. You can't just say like, oh yeah, this guy for sure is a Hall of Famer. What they've done with these guys and allowing them to sit, there isn't a lot of pressure on the quarterback at that point to come out there and just absolutely perform. The other thing is you don't have to worry about someone who's, let's say you have your rookie deal that's 3 and 4 years long, or there's a third, fourth year, the fifth year option. I don't know how it even works at this point.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that guy having stats in his back pocket to turn around and pay him some big time, some Daniel Jones money as soon as he's eligible for free agency, or to pay him the franchise tag, because he doesn't have the stats under his belt to even say that he's a. So Jordan Love takes this year, and you can say, well, we don't know if we're going to pay you as much. So you can probably get him at a little bit of a discount when he does hit free agency. Like when his rookie deal's up. Either way, I can't anoint him the second coming of the third coming of Packers quarterbacks or whatever you want to say. I think that in some cases it works out really well. Like what the Bengals did with Carson Palmer is very similar. He had to sit for a year, hold the clipboard. John Kitna is your quarterback. Peyton Manning, no, you're going to go right in the first year. You're going to set the record for rookie interceptions. And then the next, we're going to go from 3-13 to 13-3. So, I mean, in one case, it's good for some people. Another is use the Houston Texans. Yeah, I mean, CJ Stroud is having a year that nobody except for diehard Ohio State fans, and we all know the guy who's not on the show right now, Jim
Where
Powers.
is he?
I don't know.
That dude's never here.
Anyway, nobody would ever suspect that CJ Stroud, being an Ohio State quarterback, would have been this good, this quick right now. So, I mean, he's having a great year. Don't get me wrong. And I can't count the Texans out because of what he's been able to do. So my point is do you sit him? Do you start him? I think it depends on your team. The teams around him. Do they have the guys that can carry the rookie? Like, again, Tom Brady comes into a situation, and he was a second year. I mean, only had 4 or 5 passes or something his first year. He's technically a rookie. A guy that can be carried by the team, who can learn how to manage the game, and then as he grows as a player, is allowed to expand on his talents and then be able to do things. I think that's the thing. It depends on the team that you have. If your team really sucks balls, there's no way you can play these guys. They can't, like Bryce Young, he can't play in Carolina and elevate them because they ain't got nobody else who's any good. So you can't play him. They should never have allowed him to take first team snaps. He should have sat on the sideline and held a clipboard. But for Stroud, the Texans had a good nucleus around that allowed him to showcase his talents when they needed him to do so. Plus, he was able to be more of a game manager at times. And then sometimes, hey, I'm going to step up and be the dude. And I got guys around me that can play a little bit, and I'm the missing piece. So, again, it depends on the team. Sorry.
Well, who else is Carolina going to play?
Okay.
There's plenty of teams that played their backup. Hell, there's guys who played Division II football who've played in the NFL this year.
No, I'm saying who the hell else they had to play their rookie.
Okay.
I don't know. Go pull Joe Flacco off the couch. Again, I mean, there was somebody.
But they had to play the rookie.
No, they didn't.
Okay, I'm going to answer your question,
Frank Reich
Jarvis.
his job.
Okay, but here's why Jarvis is answering the way he is.
I know why.
Look at the situation in Green Bay. You had a Hall of Fame. You said it, Chris. You have a Hall of Fame dude or a future Hall of Fame dude that's already playing. Carolina doesn't have that. So if you are Carolina, you're going to throw out your number 1 draft pick because you don't have anyone better, and you don't have anyone better that's already playing. So the idea of, hey, a Jordan Love, or go back to insert whoever you want to in the past.
Steve Young.
Yeah. Huh?
Steve Young.
Okay, Steve, you have Hall of Fame dudes that are already playing. So that gives you the option of saying, here, hold this clipboard. You don't have, so the question we talked about, I guess, over the weekend or whenever it was, why don't more teams do this? Because they can't, because there aren't that many Hall of Fame dudes left anymore. So you have to play those guys. You have to figure. But Chris said several episodes ago, and this is the whole catch-22. Okay, so Stroud is going to get, for NBA terms, he's going to go get a max contract. he's going to
At
go
some
get
point.
he's going to get a max contract because he's winning, because of the team, because of the defense, because of the team around him. Bryce Young is probably going to go down in history as a bust simply based on who picked him and who is around him. And so that's who would have been better. Would Stroud, if he was at Carolina, would he elevate? Or would Bryce Young, would we be talking about Bryce Young? I mean, the same thing we talk about Fields up in Chicago. So, and this kind of piggybacks into the next topic.
Fields is good, man. I don't care what anyone says.
So that's my thing. Is it the fact that he's not good, or is it the fact that Chicago and everything that surrounds him is not helping him? And so that's this argument. What do you do? And I mean, Jarvis, you put in the last take here, and then we'll go into my topic that we talked about, because I'm curious to get your points on it. But what do you, I mean, again, answer your own question. Why doesn't this happen more often?
Because teams don't draft quarterbacks when they usually have a stud or a good quarterback already there.
Mm-hmm.
And because a lot of times what happens is, even with Rodgers. What?
Yeah.
What? You drafted what?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Look at Favre. Look at Favre.
What the
they
hell?
Hated each other.
Hey, no. What the hell you draft him for? What?
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm the man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me gone? Okay.
All right, I'm out. And that's the reason why I believe, in my opinion, that you can't do it a whole lot. I mean, unless you have, someone that Rodgers was going to get out of Green Bay, so they knew that eventually he was going to want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers is a weird cat. Tell you what, I do have a bigger liking for Rodgers after watching him on Hard Knocks.
Just California cool. I mean, that's just what it is. Northern California cool.
Not just California cool. The way he was with Zach Wilson was, I admired him. I was like,
well, because think of the narrative. Think of the narrative.
Well,
that
I
he
know.
had at
I
Green
know
Bay
the
with
narrative.
Jordan Love.
But I don't think he was bad with Jordan Love either. I don't think that he was.
Just like what you said, though. Hold on, wait a second. What? You're drafting this dude? What's that tell me? I'm the man.
It tells you you're getting old and you need to make sure that you stay on top of your game. I mean, it's plain and simple capitalism.
But no.
I mean, that's all it is. I mean, listen, I got a guy that can do what you do, and he's younger than you, and he's cheaper than you. So at the same time, I'm like, okay, then you need to perform, and if you don't, I got a guy.
But what did you say at the beginning of the show?
You would do the same thing.
What did you say at the beginning of the show?
Well, everybody got to stroke their ego, then go somewhere else. I mean, you cost $40 million. I'll get a guy for $550,000 or a guy for $40 million a year. It doesn't take. I mean, there's some people who might need a little bit of tutoring.
It's called
to
New
make
York.
That decision.
You brought it up. New York Giants.
I mean, we trade him. That's fine. I mean, we get a couple draft picks out of him. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, I mean, there's so much that goes into whether or not these guys can sit and hold the clipboard or not. Some teams you draft, and like the Colts when they drafted Manning, like you got to throw the dude out there. You didn't have anybody, but at the same time, if you feel like you've got a nucleus,
you just argued that Carolina could have put someone else out there.
They could have.
You just contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't.
You did so. That's the same damn thing.
You can. It's
warming up in here. It's warming up in here.
It's your team. Whatever you feel like you need to do.
No, that is not what you just said.
They could have put somebody out there. So could have Indianapolis. They feel like they got to put Manning out there.
Because he's the number one pick.
That's the stupidest thing ever. Carson Palmer is the number one pick and sat the whole year.
Because Kitna was good enough for them to do that.
On. Who was the quarterback? Who was the quarterback in Indianapolis?
Zach, help me out here.
Go for it.
Come on over, Jarvis.
You are absolutely. I mean, everything you just say contradicted everything you said earlier.
Maybe it does. It depends on what the situation is. Everything's
made me
different.
curse.
Everything's
Almost
different.
made him cry. Hey, speaking of contradiction, and I said I wanted to give this shout out to Alan in Buffalo. How you talk about the media? Chris brought up the media and how the dumb things they say. How about this?
Like he just said, but go ahead.
Allen gets crucified the first half of the year. He can't turn the ball over. He needs to be a manager. Blah 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 blah. They get rid of him. They need to get rid. And then he goes and plays well in this wild card weekend, and every single media outlet is like, he is the greatest QB. He's the best thing at Buffalo. Blah blah blah. Whoa. Do you not hear yourself? What is it? Are you just like in a wave right now?
Have you not seen the media?
McVey, I think Chris needs to answer this, especially after his.
I'm the media. I go back and forth exactly how I want to. It depends on what day
just
it is,
call
how I
Chris
feel.
Mr. Flip Flop.
And you know what? If how
He's
I
like
feel,
flip-flop.
my feelings,
Flip-flop.
What I see in the moment.
I mean, he said the total exact opposite. I mean, of what he said before.
Great.
Well, we had a commercial break.
So what do you stand for? You stand for nothing. You said.
What do you want me to say? I don't have a damn NFL team. Go run it the way the hell you want. I don't give a shit. Go for it. You want to run it like this? Go for it. You want to put Bryce Young out there and let him get exposed? Hell, I go put some clown out there who doesn't even know how to put his freaking chin strap on and maybe develop the other dude and say, hey, get some reps, buddy.
What can I do?
Hey, the difference is between Bryce Young and somebody else, he is a project guy. He ain't a guy who's going to walk in and be the dude on day one. They should have known that. They drafted number one. They could have drafted C.J. Stroud. He was actually projected to be better than Bryce Young. Anthony Richardson, the same kind of guy. He's a project guy. I would have sat both of those guys and said, hey, we're going to develop you a little bit, get you some second team reps, work on this other stuff. They didn't do it. I'm not running the freaking team. They feel like they're going to put him out there. Hey, go ahead and put him out there, man. Great. Indianapolis feel like they got to go put Peyton Manning out there. I don't care. Go ahead, make your point. Great. I went back and forth because I see both sides of it.
Yeah, because you're a flippy flop.
Yeah, sure. Where are my flippy floppies? I'm on a
Where are your flippy
boat.
He's on a boat. He's on a boat.
Flip flops on you.
Dry land. He's on a boat.
It's on a
Got
boat.
mermaids.
Yep.
He's on buoys. All that on a boat.
Gosh, I just feel like we wasted a whole segment.
So
good.
Hey,
that's what we do on this show anyway.
All right.
So that and the four people watching, one of them's me. So
right.
and you. So we got one.
All right. So here's the next topic, and I want to get.
Ron Road sighting.
All right. So since we're in the GM hat, we're just gonna roll right into it. You're the GM. Do you? And I'm not. And this is not Chicago. This is insert your team. Okay.
Okay.
You draft player A, that's a stud star QB with your number one draft pick, and by proxy, you cannot draft a stud wide receiver to help him. Or do you draft player B, a stud wide receiver with your number one draft pick, and then rounds 4 through 7, draft a QB that's going to wind up being a game manager?
Who am I the GM of?
You. It not a non-specific team because
I don't have a quarterback.
You do not have a QB. You do not have a QB.
Crap.
You do not have a QB worth a darn. No. What do you do? What is your better option?
I'll take
now?
this first.
Okay.
I'm taking Marvin Harrison right now, and then in a later round of whatever my pick may be, I'm gonna take quarterback.
Why?
Okay, well,
it's the X's and O's. So what, as the coach, why? Because you're right. In my opinion, you're right.
Because the percentages say, and I haven't looked any of this up, but I know because I've heard them talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
GMs strike out more at the quarterback position than any position, right? In the quarterback position, I may draft someone in the, I don't know, 3rd round, that ends up being a starter in this league. And I know that Marvin Harrison is going to be a stud receiver in this league.
Mhm.
So I'm going to draft a receiver. Just going to do it.
Chris,
And
what do you
then
think?
he might make that average quarterback better just because of what he can do.
I think you just draft them both in the first round and say F it, because I'm just going to go back and forth. Either you go get you a stud receiver or go get you a stud quarterback. I mean, why not? Just get them both. Hey, trade up.
People want to punch him.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to change. Now he's.
I don't care. Hey, just go and trade up and get both of them in the first round. Why not? Or better yet, hey, let's do the best of both worlds. Get them both in the second round. Just trade and make sure you get second round picks, high second round. You can get the same guys. Hell, wide receiver, all you got to do is run routes. It's not that hard and catch the ball.
Oh,
Ask
right?
Kansas City, right?
Ask Kansas City right now. Hey, can you catch the ball? That should be on the application for any kind of training camp.
It's a popcorn. It's a popcorn.
What's your name? And can you catch? If you can't catch, don't bother showing up. Go find
Rice. Look good, man.
How old is he?
Rice? He's like a rookie.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking. Okay,
you thinking Jerry Rice?
No, I'm thinking of Sidney Rice.
That's what I thought. I was like, what?
No.
I'm talking about Rice.
We're not talking about those commercials where he wears the gloves and the knees.
Number 4.
Well, hell, Jerry Rice can still get out there and play better for anybody that Kansas City has.
Hey, I tell you who they are.
Oh no, Rice. Huh?
People ought to be that's my quarterback. That's who they need to go get.
I go get Terrell Owens any day.
Okay, so here's why you have to draft.
That dude could play right now, but anyway, go ahead.
Here's why you have to draft a wide receiver. You have to draft a wide receiver because the way the schematics of the offense is, you have to have somebody that can take the top off the defense. You have to have somebody that can go out and elevate the QB's game, that can make a play. All you have to do is look at Miami and look at Tua. I'm a Bama guy. I love Bama. Tua's a winner. That's fine. But what does the cheetah do? He makes Tua look way better than what he actually is as a professional QB.
What did he make Mahomes look like, too? I mean, and not just – that was a good example because, I mean, you named the best receiver in the league, in my opinion.
Right.
But what does Williams do for Baker Mayfield? You got to have the guy – that not only can go over the top, but can go up and just get the ball. I don't have to throw the greatest ball. As long as I put it in the area, he's going to go up and get the damn thing.
Yeah. And you have to have dudes that can affect
Name one in Chicago. Name one in Chicago. That's what pisses me off about the whole Fields thing. Fields is good, man. And he can run. He is a multi-threat. You put him on any of these put him in San Francisco. Say they didn't have Brock.
Exactly what I was thinking.
You put him in San Francisco, that they're lighting crap up with him because he also adds the run.
All right, so wait. So you're telling me that if I took Ryan Leaf and flip-flopped and said you're the number 1 pick and you get to go play with the Colts, and Peyton Manning, you get to go play with the Chargers, that Ryan Leaf would have been the guy who would have been better than Peyton Manning, because Ryan Leaf, they didn't know exactly.
Brock,
who
you're going to take a Josh Fields, Brock Purdy, and go Ryan Leaf,
Mr. Irrelevant.
Wait, you're talking about Ryan Leaf yelling at the media in the locker room, or Mr. Irrelevant?
You can't compare that.
Yeah,
that's
you can.
Absolutely. It's not even close.
Sure you can.
Hey,
top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. Top 2 quarterbacks in the draft.
You might as well take a Johnny Manziel and insert somebody, because Ryan Leaf and Johnny Manziel are the same dude. It's a dude that doesn't care. Peyton Manning cared about football. Okay, that's the thing. Brock Purdy cares about football.
No. You know that now. Back in 1998, nobody knew how Peyton Manning exactly was about football. You knew that he was Archie's boy, and you knew that he was a good quarterback, but you also saw the same crap from Ryan Leaf. You can't tell me these executives are going back and forth. The Colts didn't know who they were going to draft. Didn't you watch the documentaries? Didn't you read the stories?
Well, they're a bunch of idiots because why would you not?
Oh, it's easy to say that now.
Why would you not pick the lineage? I'm going to pick the lineage.
Right.
I'm going to pick his character guy.
Everybody,
that's all it is.
Everybody's as good as their dad at everything. Come on.
No, I'm picking character.
Did you know about Ryan Leaf's character when he was with Washington, when he played for Washington State?
I'm pretty sure there were stories about how he acted back then.
As in what?
Dude,
I don't know. We were like 12.
They look up your mother's aunts, sisters, brothers, cousins.
What's your mom's name?
Who slept with their cousin? And
whoa,
I mean, they all that.
Whoa, yeah.
It's a family show. We don't need that crap
and
going
on.
on.
What I'm saying is they know everything.
Yes.
Maybe.
And you know what they do? The fact that they know everything and they still make dumb draft choices, like the dude from LSU, I can't remember his name. He was the biggest bust ever in NFL history.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell. They draft him. Or how about the Rams draft Lawrence Phillips?
I was going to bring up Lawrence Phillips.
So like, I just Chris. So anyway, so like. Yes, they do their due diligence. And you know what they still say? They have so much daggum pride because it's either the billionaires making the decision or it's the GMs that say, hey, you know what? I'll make it work because I'm me. No, your kid, the people you draft, he just took off. He depends, depends.
Finish your point, and then we're going to break.
Hey, my point is that you are who you are. By the time that you are 21, 22 years old, I'm sorry, unless you hit rock bottom, your character is who you are because you are the sum of the choices you make. Period.
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with that. Not one bit. I disagree with a lot of stuff.
I think I heard a toilet flush. So
boy.
No, mayhem.
Well, speaking of which, you're going to see some mayhem. When we come back, will be the last segment of the Coach's Box. We'll be right back.
I'm a parking gate and I'm all out of whack.
Please insert your parking ticket.
It's going to take a lot more than a little ticket to get out of here. And if you have cut rate car insurance, this could leave you all bent out of shape. No! So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Someone! That's broken too, pal.
Please insert your
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Case and Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings. We got great pizza. We got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow. We got games. We've got lotto. We've got cold beer. We've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out. Check out the weekly specials. Barbecue, pork steaks. Yum. Harold's Market. Thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
He's
All
back.
right, buddy. Welcome back to the Coach's Box, our third and final segment. If you like our show, if you don't like our show, it's okay. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook page. You can follow us there for free. All you got to do is hit the follow button.
For free.
For free. It doesn't cost you any money
Free.
to see any of our content, any of our shows, any of our live broadcasts, any of our broadcasts of high school sports. Go ahead,
Chris,
Zach. You feel like you're going to say something.
It would be criminal if we had to charge for this content.
I don't know. I think people would actually people enjoy watching this for free. I think because we do have a lot of people who end up watching the show.
Yep.
And if you like that too, if you don't like Facebook and you're watching us on YouTube, hey, feel free to hit the subscribe button. It's all free. We don't mind giving you that for free. It's
For free.
it's
I
just
think
part
Chris
of what
wants to give Jarvis something for free right now.
Hey, I'll tell you right
Double
now.
barrel respect.
I've had a little bit of fun tonight because I've gotten to argue with Chris.
I
We-
love it. I've been waiting
Hey,
100 episodes.
We haven't had wing game yet.
That's
which
the
is coming
problem.
up.
Yeah,
That is the problem. You two are frustrated. You are frustrated that you can't.
Well, we can talk about that.
so many
afterwards.
ways.
But there is a lot of frustration built up in me. Yes, it's hard when you go.
Got to open up a window.
15 days without a game. Oh,
Exactly right. I'm just getting. I think my kids and I are all getting tired of watching each other practice.
Well, you got to have the windows slammed shut right now and screwed down because it's cold outside.
It's cold outside, man.
No. All right.
I mean, but hey, we might have a chance for more weather tonight.
Well, I tell you this, my window ain't ever open, so it is cold.
Hey, it's probably a good thing this time of year, Jason. It was like -5 the other day. It was
Yeah, you're
great.
right.
Hey,
But
little
you know-
WD-40 goes a long way.
Does it though,
Well,
Zach?
I hate to bring up sad news, but
Uh-oh.
what do you think about the Cardinals and all this bull crap, bringing some guy from the outside and
tell.
yada.
I don't know this one. Tell me.
That guy, what's his name?
Did you not? Gosh, Zach, you're the most unprepared person ever.
I know, and he makes fun of me all the time.
That's ridiculous. Hell, I even knew that one.
What's the guy's name, Chris?
Oh no,
Okay.
and I can't remember
Mr.
anybody's
Prepared?
name.
Oh, Mr. Prepared over here.
He's a guy from
Okay.
Boston.
Yeah,
He's
and
a
he's
goofy
gonna be
looking
like
dude, man.
he's gonna be like a consultant to John Mozeliak. I don't know. Is he gonna?
Is it the lefty that we picked up from Toronto that had got the ball stuck on the eye?
No,
Didn't he
no.
pitch- Oh,
No,
God.
that's not that good.
Or the us making a trade. I mean, seriously, we made another trade with Tampa. Haven't we learned from this? And I bet you watch that outfielder's gonna go down there and he's gonna go off.
No, I mean that was a good trade.
It was
Either
all
way,
these
you had to.
I'm
take
not
it.
saying it wasn't a good trade, but you know it's gonna come back and bite us. You know it will.
all these outfielders, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Mo keeps picking the wrong Mo because he
Hey,
blows.
Mo keeps hey,
No.
but there is
Mo
a theme
blows.
on who
He
he
needs to
keeps
go.
sending out. I'm just
Oh.
saying, there's a theme on who he keeps shipping out. I'm just saying. And then hold on, who did they? You said they got somebody from Boston. Oh, that kind of fits in line with what's going on. Okay, all right.
Oh,
makes
with the
sense.
guy coming from Boston?
I guess, yeah, kind of.
Well, now look. I mean, at the end of the day, Mozeliak's on his way out. I think this move proves that he's on his way out. This guy is Gersh isn't the guy in waiting. It's this other dude. Okay, and nobody
they
knows who
just
Gersh
hired?
is. Yeah, that's why they hired him.
Oh,
Because they're gonna start making a philosophical change. This is probably a very low key way of saying analytics really didn't work, so we're gonna try doing it this way, but without admitting that we were wrong. We're just gonna go in this direction.
So
And
is that why Yada Year is being brought in so then he can replace?
Yep. Descalso's going to be brought in. You got all these guys who aren't analytically driven per se with all of their decisions on how they think and do things.
Well,
And now
Hey.
you're going to see this shift without admitting that this was the stupidest damn thing you could have done.
after not admitting that we shouldn't have got rid of Schilt. Schilt put a lineup out there, the same lineup every day, which if I was just listening to ESPN not too long ago, and the Cardinals want to put a more steady lineup out, the same guys out, the same group, batting in the same order. They want to know who the center fielder is, and I am the center field. I'm like, are you guys kidding me? We had that, and you guys got rid of him. You guys shipped him out. He was a Cardinal guy. You effed him over so bad.
Why?
And every time San Diego we play him, I hope they kick our ass. I hope San Diego mops the floor with us because I want Chill to do well because that dude was a Cardinal through and through. He cried. We royally effed him over, and now we're going back to that. Oh, we need to get back to basics. We got to get back to basics.
Playing defense and fundamentals.
Again, why? Because you got these GMs that, again, well, I think I can fit a square peg in a round hole. No, you have what you have. Build a team, or here you go. Play the game the way you built the team. You have a team that right now get Whitey Herzog up off the couch, and he's going to wind up coaching that team better because you know what he's going to do? He's going to say, we don't have power hitters. But what we do have is we have guys that can drive the ball. We have some speed. We'll go ahead and bunt, steal, hit and run, and we're going to manufacture runs because we're going to have to score 5, 6, 7
That's not the sexy way to play, though. Chicks dig the long ball, bro.
Oh.
You saw the commercial. They dig the long ball.
That was 30 years ago. And
Yeah,
Moneyball was 20 years ago.
And you know what? They don't let the guys do steroids anymore, man. So it doesn't work.
They do. It's just if you get caught.
Yeah. Do they though?
I'm just saying. I'm listening to all this. I'm like, you guys had that, and you guys screwed it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they did.
You can't tell me Schilt. They won 17 games basically in a row, right? I mean,
not basically. They really did.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that he didn't have something to do with that. You can't tell me that those guys weren't bought in.
I don't know, man. It's about the Jimmies and Joes, didn't you know?
Well, Jimmy's and Joe's help.
It does help.
I mean,
all that again, and I think they said that the other day. All this is doing is bumping back winning time another 5, 6, 7 years. That's all. Again, until you get an identity.
Hey, dude, Debbie Downer there. I'm depressed enough. I got my Cardinals on even.
Okay.
It's like, just kick me in the balls. Just kick me in the balls.
Hey, what about if I use a wiffle ball bat? Would that be okay?
Yep.
Kicking or wiffle ball bat? Go. If you had to get hit in the nuts, wiffle ball bat or a straight kick?
I'm taking kick.
A wiffle ball bat or a kick?
Oh man!
I think the shoe might be
what if it's
softer.
one of those? What if those ones that like just barely graze you and it just drops you?
He didn't say that. He said direct hit.
Okay,
I'll
you got hit directly.
Who's swinging the wiffle ball bat?
Doesn't matter.
Is it coming?
Does not matter.
Is the wiffle bat going this way?
It is a Ken Griffey Jr. uppercut.
No.
Oh wait,
I want to kick.
Griffey.
Who's kicking?
Vladimir Guerrero Vladimir Guerrero's style swing off of the shoelaces.
Is Janikowski kicking?
It doesn't matter.
Hey, thicker kicker there.
Let's say average.
I drafted him every league. When he was a kicker, I always got him.
Average human being is swinging a baseball bat. Average human being is kicking.
I'll take the wiffle ball bat.
He takes a wiffle ball bat. Jason, what do you say?
I already said I'm taking a kick.
Oh,
you know what? I'm taking the wiffle ball bat because it's made of plastic. And I really don't want that full shoe size. I mean, that again, average human being, we're talking 9.5,
I've
10.
got kicked in the balls before. I've never gotten hit with a baseball bat or a wiffle ball bat. So.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know how bad it felt. I don't really want to deal. I'm telling you.
Sorry.
I think that's a great poll question.
Hey,
put out there.
I definitely didn't see this in the write-up that you wrote out for the agenda.
You're welcome.
No, okay. So I do have stuff that I didn't write down because I didn't want you guys to see it. All right, you have to choose one You have to choose one.
Nope.
To win one game. To win one game.
What about if
I
we
smell
tie?
this.
What
Go
about if I
ahead.
want to get the tie?
Shut
Flip
up.
flop,
Let him go.
right? Flip flop.
Yeah,
Okay.
flipper.
Herschel Walker,
Yep.
Tim Tebow, Bo Jackson, Cam Newton at their peak in college.
To
do you
win
take
what?
as their peak in college?
Oh, Cam
Herschel
Newton.
Walker, Tim Tebow, Bo Jackson, Cam Newton. Who are you taking to win a game?
Ooh, to win one game?
One game.
I'm taking Cam Newton.
Bo Jackson.
Give me Tim. Give me
No.
Tim.
No.
Give me Tim.
No, because I'm telling you right now, Bo Jackson isn't of this world. He's not of this world.
I agree. He would be when I was brought up. That's who I should have picked. But nope, I'm Cam.
I'm taking Scam Newton.
Cam
Scam Newton.
He won a national title with basically nobody on the roster.
He was dominant, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Still not
Ready
taking
for
him.
the next one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at Chris.
Give me
He's like,
some
"You
other
just want to be
loser."
done? Huh?
No, just put some other loser up there. Go ahead.
Okay.
Chris, I had no fun.
Okay.
I'm all kinds of fun.
One game.
Fun.
When you're
Tyler
binding wings, yep.
Tyler Hansborough.
Yeah.
Christian Leitner.
Tom, wait, what level?
This is college.
Okay.
All right, start over.
Yep.
College.
College.
Tyler Hansborough.
Mhm.
Christian Leitner.
Okay.
Bill Walton or Shaq.
Hmm.
Hansborough, Leitner.
Is this to win one game
or
again?
Shaq. One game.
Oh, Christian Leitner.
Bill Walton.
My heart's torn because I love Shaq. If it's pros, I take Shaq, but if it's college, I'm taking Leitner.
You got to take Leitner. Here.
No, I don't. Bill,
Yeah, you do.
no, I don't. Bill Walton was a hell of a lot better than Leitner.
I cannot stand Bill Walton.
That's okay. A lot of people couldn't stand Christian Leitner. They did a whole documentary.
I
on how
know,
many
it's
people can't
awesome.
stand-
And
It was great. But Bill Walton, you take all the stuttering talk and all his analysis away. That's what you're looking at. People know that you hate Bill Walton, the player. Bill Walton, the player, had played one of the most perfect games ever.
He never
Leitner
did it.
played
One of
a
the most
perfect
dominant. He is the most one of the most
I was
dominant.
going to say, Leitner.
Top two dominant college basketball players of all time.
Nope.
No.
Yes, he was.
No.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
No.
I know.
He
Wait,
was-
that's way before you guys were born. But
He
yeah,
won
no.
2 titles. He won 2
Doesn't-
titles.
okay. Well, how many Leitner win?
2.
Oh my gosh.
to back.
Oh, whoa. Was he-
Oh.
wait. Won the same amount. You won the
Yeah.
same amount?
Back
Oh,
to back.
Oh my
Back
gosh.
to back.
All
Okay.
right. What did Walton do? Back to back?
Maybe.
Okay.
I
So
don't
your
know if it
argument's
was-
invalid. Good
I don't
job.
know if it was.
I'm
I
a
have to look it up. Okay.
I'd have to look it up.
Sports
to verify.
reference. Dude,
Okay.
you guys
Verify.
dude, come on.
All right. Ready?
You
Eight.
can't say do your research. We didn't know he was asking this.
I didn't know he was asking.
So
Go
shut
ahead,
the
look it
hell
up.
up.
No.
Okay.
No.
Come on.
A
You need
series.
to play a game.
A series.
Okay, a series as of what?
series. Huh?
Netflix series?
Yes.
I know. I was going to
Okay,
say. the
ready?
same thing.
Who do you take in a series? Pujols,
Okay.
A-Rod, Griffey, McGuire in a
Pujols.
series. Pujols, A-Rod,
Pujols.
Griffey, or McGuire.
Pujols.
Pujols. It's a fucking. Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was my first one, too.
Wow.
It's a no-brainer. It's Pujols.
Pujols.
Okay.
There's no
Who
doubt
are
about it.
you?
Oh, Pujols for sure.
Oh my
Hey,
god!
I'm the dude that's defended him, who's on the Mount Rushmore of baseball that we don't sign. That's
A-Rod,
when
A-Rod chokes in
everything went
the
downhill.
playoffs. Who else did you say? Because it didn't matter. Griffey. I mean, Griffey.
Now, if you would have said Jeter, that would have made
yeah, that'd have been a little different.
Well,
that would have been
I'm
hard.
trying to do power hitters here. I'm trying to do home
Okay.
Well, I
runs.
know, but
Griffey's
if you
been
would have
different.
thrown Jeter, I would have went against the Cardinals and would have hated every minute of it.
Who was the
I'd
other
have picked
guy?
Jeter.
McGuire?
McGuire.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, no, because they didn't have enough. Again, the last guy on that list is A-Rod. A-Rod only had one good year ever in the playoffs. One.
No, he.
No, I'm
usually
just
screwed it
saying in
up.
general, peak performance.
Okay,
Who do
but you say, well, yeah, to win a series. It's a series
Win
of
a
what? A
series,
regular
it's
season?
cool.
Or
Just
to
a
win the
series.
World Series or
Man,
a
he's
series in
getting
the
like-
playoffs?
Well,
I think if
I
we're
think
talking
it's
about
a difference because A-Rod regular season It doesn't matter. Series
still
in
Pujols.
baseball, I'm taking
Pujols.
Pujols, and it's never going to change.
Okay, go ask Brad Lidge. Would he take Pujols in the series? He's
Hey,
still looking for the baseball.
I
The
saw.
astronauts that are still circling the
He
space station looking
ruined,
for the
he
damn
ruined
baseball.
that dude's career.
Oh
he did.
man,
He killed it.
Man,
Hey, and you know what? If Enron or Minute Maid or whatever it was called back then,
Minute Maid.
Field,
Yep.
was it Minute Maid or was it Enron Field
Was
back
that the
then?
stupid one with the flagpole?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and the train on the top. Anyway,
Oh,
if that stadium would not have been built the way it was, this would not ever be the biggest. Like one of the, everybody can always relate to that time that Pujols hit the ball that still hasn't landed because you never could see it land.
Yeah.
He hit it out of the stadium because this is the way it was built. Now, he
How about-
crushed it. Don't get me wrong.
Did you remember when McGuire? This is old Bush. When McGuire hit the St. Louis Post-Dispatch sign and they put the big Band-Aid. That was cool. I mean, that was that was like a 500 foot
Was he
bomb
still?
or
Did he play it?
No, because New Bush was
Yeah, he did.
05-ish.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It
right.
was
you're right.
Pujols
Yeah, I
hit
was
the-
thinking. Yeah,
Pujols
yeah,
hit
you're
the
right.
first
right.
home run at the latest.
Oh,
Bush.
Pujols did? Yeah, that's why we're
Pujols.
taking Pujols, by the way. Go ahead.
Now,
What's your next? You're going to ask a hockey
Pujols.
question?
Pujols every
There's
time.
no way you're going to ask a hockey question because you don't know anything about hockey.
Hey, the one word I said in my commercial has not been mentioned.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're picking
My nose.
Harbaugh, Belichick, Vrabel, and I'm just having a brain fart. Seattle.
Pete
Pete
Carroll.
Carroll.
Good research.
Who? Yeah.
That was good. Chris, ding!
I'm
Point
thinking
for
of a
Chris.
number. It's a pretty low number right now.
One.
Who do you
You're
pick
number
to be your
one.
next head coach?
Vrabel.
Harbaugh, Belichick, Vrabel, or
Pete Carroll. Pete
Vrabel.
Carroll.
Oof.
Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
He may die.
He's the same age as Bill Belichick.
I wouldn't pick him either.
I'm taking the guy, though, that's
I'm picking
number
long
one.
term.
Listen, the guy can relate with younger guys because he's energetic. And on top of that, he knows the game of football. Vrabel's my second guess on that. I'm not taking Belichick because it's just listen. He's
an
done a great
a-hole.
job.
Think
He's
he
an
got
ass, but he's-
exposed?
Yeah, probably. But he's also it's past his time. I mean, it really is, and it's just the same with all the other Hall of Fame coaches who won and they stayed a little bit too long. It's past his time. Pete Carroll is not slowed down because Pete Carroll won with Geno Smith. Could anybody relate? Geno Smith was on the cover of NCAA football, 13, 14? The dude he has not been relevant since then. And then he comes
Denard
to
Robinson
Seattle.
was 14, just
Whatever
FYI,
it was.
still
I don't know.
14.
He was on one of the cover 12. So then all of a sudden he's relevant again. The dude was a comeback player of the year. He got him a deal because Pete Carroll knows how to coach. He knows how to relate with guys. He knows
I
the game of
agree.
football.
He does, but
He's the
Vrabel
guy that if
was
I had to
mine.
pick a guy to win and let's go right now, I'm taking Pete Carroll. If I'm taking a
Okay,
guy
that
who
wasn't
can
the
get
question.
either way, okay, but that's in the NFL. It's win right now.
If
You
he
just
would have
said it a
said
while
win right
ago.
now, I may have went Pete
Oh,
Carroll.
no, you
But
wouldn't.
Mike Vrabel is my guy.
Okay,
my
no
guy.
Harbaugh? No Harbaugh.
Nope.
Really?
What's he
See,
done?
I think
What's he done in the NFL?
got to a Super Bowl. Got to a Super Bowl.
When was that?
Against his brother. Remember when the lights went out?
2012? 12.
Yeah. 12,
Yeah,
13-ish,
he
whatever.
lost. He sucks.
I think Harbaugh will go back to the NFL, and I think Harbaugh will at some point win a Super Bowl. And he'll be the coach that wins the national championship in college and wins the Super Bowl. I think that's coming.
Think so?
May not in the not too distant future, but
All right, I'm not listening to your bull. Next question.
Now, if I'm picking a guy, I pick Vrabel. I think he is like Campbell in Detroit, and I think again he got shafted in Nashville. I mean, you win your first 5 years. You
trade your most dangerous player, and he says I don't want him traded, and you trade him anyway.
Yeah.
What loyalty do you have towards your coach?
It's about money.
It's about the players and it's about money.
Yeah, but What does that say? Like, if I'm one of these big coaches, I'm thinking, dude, you guys just screwed him over. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I don't want it. I don't even want an interview.
Okay, now you're a coach. So we talked about this.
I'm a coach now.
You're a
Okay,
coach now.
we're a
Hey,
coach
everybody.
now.
I'm a coach
Right?
now.
Would
Hey.
you?
Call me Coach Miller.
To
Yeah.
all those people that don't think I am, I am.
No, there's get in line.
Yep.
There's plenty of people who don't think I am. It's
Nope.
okay.
Same here, buddy.
All
Nope.
right.
Would you rather be a head coach at a lower non-Power 5 conference like the Sun Belt, or would you rather be an OC or DC at a Power 5 program? Here's the question. What is a better launching point for your career if your ultimate goal is to be a Power 5 head coach? Head coach at a another brain fart. A non-Power 5 school. What's that called?
Stuff like that.
Well, I'm just saying, what was it called? Non-Power 5, or be a coordinator,
So you were saying football. My mind immediately went to basketball for no reason whatsoever, considering it's freaking basketball season. But okay,
either
again, it's good
Isn't it
preparation.
crazy? They're still playing professional football right now. But
crazy.
I'm gonna say,
what's a better launching point for your career to be a head coach?
if my coordinator position is in the SEC, I'm a coordinator.
It sounds like you're putting, different things here. He was
No,
just
he
blanket
said
one.
He said,
Oh, well,
no.
he didn't say that.
If I'm in Big 12, no, I don't want to be a D coordinator.
Because the Big 12 doesn't play defense.
Well,
What's
You
that?
get a touchdown. You get a touchdown.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I don't.
Right.
It's got to be the SEC, or I'm not doing it. I'd rather be a head coach in the
I don't know.
Sun Belt.
Drinkos went from Appalachian State to
That's
Mizzou.
why I said if it wasn't in the SEC, then I'd be a head coach of the Sun Belt.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I think I would just be the head coach in the Sun Belt and then live in the Sun Belt, because then I'm not in these cold ass climates, and I'm still making money, and I'm probably not getting fired from Coastal Carolina or whatever, Florida
Liberty?
International, wherever. I don't care where it is. I'm in the freaking Sun Belt. What else? What is so bad about that? I'm gonna go surf after practice, and then we are 2-a-days. I'm gonna go back and surf again. I can't even surf, and I'm gonna go do it because I'm in the Sun Belt.
No,
Who
you're not.
freaking
You're going to go
cares?
do it to see who's on the beach.
I'm gonna go surf, Jason, because I'm in the Sun Belt.
He's going to be like
you're going to see the people tanning on the beach.
No. What? No.
All right. Here's the Debbie Downer one, and I want you to expand on it.
You never did answer what yours is.
I look at it.
Oh, here we go. That's complicated.
I look at it.
I
like
thought you were like a D coordinator of an 8-0 team.
6-0.
Oh, OC. He was the DC.
Oh, you're defensive
coordinator. Didn't help me out.
I was the head coach, right? I was the head coach.
Head coach and called all the plays.
Oh, so that at that time you were in charge of him.
I'm just saying we went undefeated. That's all I'm saying.
Did he ever sit at the end of the bench with his arms crossed and jeans?
No, he was doing this. Jailbreak blitz. Jailbreak blitz.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So he
Why are you pissed him out? Did we not win?
We won.
Okay,
that's right.
I can tell you right now.
Fill out your Debbie Downer bull crap.
All right. Okay. To answer my own question, I would want to be the head coach. My philosophy is I want to move up the ladder, and I would say I want to go from head coach to head coach. Now, it's obviously not realistic all the time. That's what I'd want to do.
God.
All right. It's past Jarvis's bedtime. Okay. Is Mizzou what's up with Mizzou basketball? Is Gates just a flash in the pan, a one-year wonder?
Okay, and
or can they win big? Can they win big in the SEC?
I still wanted to message on this.
Yeah.
Dude, first off, it's year 2.
Okay.
Second, last year, you had Brown.
Yes.
You had Hodges.
Yeah.
He hasn't. This isn't all his players. I think he is going to be fine. Did you see all the All-Americans he's got in this next class?
I did. I saw it.
I think he's going to be fine. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good motivator. I think he's building a good culture. Their point guard, Honor, their point guard, has not played well.
But the guys that I watch on TV, other than the big, tall 7'5" guy, are the same guys that played last year.
Honor has been terrible.
Yeah.
But you took the two most dynamic scorers out. They don't have a scorer.
No.
They don't
lefty,
have
55.
Well, but they don't have the guy that you need a bucket. You're going to Brown. I mean, look at what Brown's having a
last 10
year.
seconds of the shot clock. They don't have the dude to the pro.
Yeah, they don't have the dude that can create.
No.
And they did last year. And now he's creating in the NBA and he's having a decent year.
Yeah.
No.
They don't have that. And that's what's killing them.
I think the fact that he knows how to recruit and can recruit the portal, and he has kids that can come in and play immediately. He had to fill two guys that he probably didn't expect to just jump right away. Maybe one of them and not two. And he had guys that he might have, and just watching their practice this year, I think he had guys he thought that could step in and play and would have elevated, and they didn't. So, I mean, what do you got to do? Okay, it's the Dion thing. I'm just going to go get new guys that are going to play, and they're going to play the way they need to play. And the guys he had didn't. I don't think. I mean, you can disagree with the scheme and the fact that they run open post and everything else. You got a 7'5" guy running 3-point line. It is what it is. I think there's a lot of analytics that go into what they want to do. Just listen to them talk and all the stuff they do. But I think you gotta say last year was obviously good. This year not so good. I think year 3, and I still think given the way he coaches, that if things kind of click, this is still not, and I stand by it. This is not a team you want to play in February and in March. Even, I mean, if they would make their conference, make a run their conference, why I wouldn't want to play them, because you don't really know what team you'll get. And if they figure a couple things out and guys start to actually play like the Gates thought they would be able to play, that's a dangerous team going into conference tournaments and then whatever else.
I think for them to turn it around, Honor has to play better.
Yes.
I go back to game 1. They don't play defense, guys. Like, that's all we heard last year. And I know, Chris, going to practice and you kind of talked defense. I don't see it. I can't
go out there and play for the guys. I mean, they have to do it and they have to figure it out. It's like
but it's the same dudes they had last year.
But Zach, it's
not the same dudes.
Listen, it's not. It's the same thing though. Whenever you have guys that don't play well all year long, and whatever sport it is, and all of a sudden things kind of click and they start to gel, and all of a sudden the light bulb comes on in a couple of these guys' heads, and they're like, oh yeah. And they start playing, and the next thing you know, the team makes a run. You see it all the time. You see these wild card teams, you see the Cinderella runs, you see all these things happen. I mean, I know you don't watch hockey, but think about the Florida Panthers hockey team. They went to the Stanley Cup. They were the 8th seed. They upset the number 1 team, the President's Trophy winning, thank God, Boston Bruins, and went to the Stanley Cup. Teams figure things out as they go, because it's not a sprint. If it was a sprint, best team's going to win right off the bat. Done deal.
This team, though, has to figure it out soon.
They have to. But I'm saying my point is, and they might not. But if they do, they are a dangerous team, because if they're streaky hot and they can figure out to play a little bit of defense, they can be really dangerous to anybody that they play. It doesn't matter if they make the NCAA tournament or the NIT. Right. I mean, if they could qualify for that. So I hope it does. I hope they figure it out. And I think Gates will be fine next year with the guys coming in. And I think if Mizzou has to really say, okay, we're going to give this guy a few years to do something before we just
and they
pull
gave
the plug.
Conzo that. They gave Conzo the same type of leash.
Frank
if you
Hayes
will.
did not deserve any time. He is a
Right.
piece of garbage.
Right. Now,
Okay.
I want to stay on the Mizzou theme,
All
but
right.
I want to go to women's basketball because I was seeing this. Mizzou women's basketball has been struggling, and the word on the street is possibly if they don't make the tournament, maybe that coach goes. And then, Chris, any idea what name they started bringing up for the next Mizzou women's basketball coach? You know, you've heard.
I don't.
Sure you do. Molly Miller.
Probably. That'd be a
Out
good
of
one.
Grand Canyon. Out of Grand Canyon. Already was at Drury. Already has, if you want to call it ties to Mizzou or to the state, can recruit, is going to get players that play absolutely all out. That might be a good decision that Columbia
I think
makes.
it would be. I mean, I think Molly would be a good pickup. I mean, I've seen her at a clinic, and I like what they do. I think just in basketball across the board and the way that her players play, I do know that there has been talk about making a change in the Mizzou women's program. That's even went back to last year. There were rumblings about it this year earlier on. I actually heard about it even in the at the coaching clinic when they were up there doing their practice, that this team better perform, otherwise there's probably going to be a change that's made. And listen, there's a lot of great coaches that sometimes it's a change of environment that you gotta have. I mean, not me. I've changed my environment a lot of times. I'm just saying that a lot of coaches, great coaches, sometimes it's like, okay, we got to move on. And I think Molly be a good pickup. I'm trying to think of the coach at Lindenwood. She actually followed Molly to Drury. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'll think
Was
of it here
like
in a second.
Egan or something? Something like that.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah.
I'll think of it. But what do you think, Jay?
I mean, the girls are what, 11-7, I think, right now.
I think of what they are.
Like that. I just know that. Yeah.
I think they're 11-7. I don't know enough about Robin, their coach. I just don't. I don't know enough about the girls' game.
Right.
I knew a couple years ago they were pretty salty, but I don't know enough to comment on that.
Yeah, well, 2 and 3 in the SEC. Like you said,
Georgia. I think they just beat Georgia.
Yeah. Okay.
Amy Egan. That's
Egan.
Yeah. She'd be a good one too. I think. I mean, Lindenwood obviously. Golly, going Division I and cutting all those sports, that just doesn't look good for them. I think
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. I mean,
it's money, because I'm sure they're losing enrollment, because like everywhere, you're jacking up your prices, and college is absolutely ridiculous. Hold on, you're gonna have all these online classes, and yet you're still gonna jack up tuition.
So I'm experiencing this right now. So, like, my son, he made the dean's list at Mizzou. So,
hey, congratulations, Dylan. Good job,
for Dylan Jarvis. And
I'm glad. Hey, you can tell, man. Hey, did you ever make the dean's list, Jason?
Hell no.
There we go. Wait. Hey,
actually,
there you go, Dylan.
My first semester I did. After that, it was downhill.
Wow.
But
basket.
I was also playing a college sport too, and he's not. That's a difference. I don't care what you say.
Right.
Oh, you ain't lying.
And so anyway,
college athletes, you guys suck. Shut up.
I think you may have made me lose my whole thought.
You're welcome.
Talk about Mizzou and tuition and prices.
Oh, tuition
prices.
Dude,
come on.
So like his hardest class is going to be a math class this semester, I think, and it's online. And I'm like, this dude's living on campus.
Yep.
He's got the meal plan. He's made the dean's list, and then his hardest class is going to be online.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a lot of people complaining, not just at Mizzou, but of schools across the nation, that they're paying all this money and their child is not in class being taught.
No.
It's online.
No, because you.
Oh,
because,
I know what it is. It's his literature class, like his writing class, which he sucks at. I'll just put it out there. He sucks.
Yeah.
And that's going to be his online class. It's BS, man.
Because when you could say as a college, we have 5,000 different majors and we have 50,000 different classes to offer. Because again, college is the same as high school, or is the same as, high school, middle school, elementary. Where's the majority of the money going to? Like, where's the bills? There's only so much in electric. Everything goes to, majority goes to faculty, administration, pay. So the thing about it is, when you're these colleges, you get to say, to get the kids in, to make the money. We offer 15 million majors, and that's better than college XYZ. So come to our school. We got to have somebody teach these classes.
But it's garbage that you're doing these online. If I'm a kid that's at Mizzou on campus, paying that tuition, because the biggest cost of it is the living.
Yes, it is.
If I'm paying that, all my classes should be live in person. They should not be online, period, in my opinion.
Right.
Well, in college,
unless I choose to take online.
College is a big ripoff anyway. I mean, right now you got a lot of kids are starting. Listen, I want to push more kids to trade schools anyway. I mean, you got people who can't even be plumbers or electricians right now. And I'm going to say this, and it's actually no slam to public school education or private school education.
Oh, sure.
No. The education system in America sucks. Okay. And a lot of it has to do with mom and dad at home or whoever's at home. I mean,
that's the problem,
to be
Chris.
realistic,
nobody's at home.
So again, if I can't read, by God, I go to trade school and find something I can do and make money to take care of my family, so I don't live off the government and be a freaking bum. Go. I don't care what your ACT score is. I don't care what your EOC score is. I don't care about any of that crap. Go do something that you're going to be productive in life with, in a skill that's actually needed in society, so you're not a piece of crap. And that's exactly what needs to happen. And you got a lot of kids that are going into trade.
There's a lot of
now.
kids that I've noticed, and I've been at Crystal. I was at Crystal for 10, but I've been at Hergy for 9, and the trade school route is these kids are getting out and making more money than I'm making.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you go to college?
Now, again, the flip side to that argument is what's your back going to be like at 50? I mean, again,
I don't care.
Wait.
Okay, I mean, but
I'm just saying it's both sides of the coin.
No, it's not. Here's what it is. Okay,
my back hurts now, and I'm a teacher. Come on.
All right, Zach.
Because
Zach, you got to go 30
fat,
years in public school education to get your retirement PSRS. 25 to 30. Let's just say 30 because it's a nice round number. So I'm going to go 30 years, and I'm going to make, let's just say hypothetically, I'm going to make $50,000 a year with benefits as a teacher. Or I can work 15 years until my back wears out, making $125,000 a year.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
What are you going to do if my high end is that? I'm going to go and make that money and work until my back wears out.
And
it
then
used to be, I know, okay, but then I have a pension or I have a 401k that I put money into.
You ain't getting any money with 15 years.
Either way,
401k.
At $125,000, then I'm an idiot. My point is, back when I was in high school, and my grandpa used to say, make money with your brain because your brain doesn't wear out, your back does. That's different now because of, you just said it, how much money college is to go to college and all this other crap, and then you got to spend the rest of your life paying it off. Why not just say, I'll go to trade school and I'll make money right now, because right now with the inflation and costs of living and everything else, I need the money now. Why do I want to wait?
I'm sorry, but some of these kids are graduating and then they're getting out and they get that job. Like, I mean, Dylan's the field that he's in, health sciences, whatever. He's doing some radiology, whatever the hell he's doing. I don't know.
I don't know. He's just
I don't know.
Right.
He whatever. The starting pay is like 98,000, but if his freaking loan payment for school is 550 to 650 a month, how you buy a house? Like you can't even buy a house right now.
No.
If you're like, I'm paying 270. My student loan payment was 270 a month. Now I haven't made a payment in forever. I don't know what the hell happened with COVID. They took it away, and I thought I was getting it forgiven. Now I haven't. I don't know whatever's going on with it. I don't care.
You get it when you get it, right? We'll be surprised together.
I'm just leaving it there.
Yeah.
Whatever. Government don't want me to pay it right now. That's fine. But theirs is going to be like triple my payment.
Oh yeah. Hey, and on top of that, trying to get approved for a loan. Oh wait, but then here's the other thing. You can't get a mortgage because you can't get approval. So then you're going to go rent and you're going to pay $100. We talked about this in current events class today because they have the World Economic Forum. And I said, then, okay, so you're going to have to rent. Anybody have a clue how much it costs to rent around here? And the kids are like, no, not really. I said, you're going to pay 1.5, if not to 2 times what you're going to have to pay for a house note.
There's a house down the street from me that I know some people that rent it. It's a little bit bigger. I mean, my house has a full basement that's finished with it's not really called a bedroom because we don't have a window, but it's a bedroom. And then we have 3 bedrooms upstairs, right? So they have a full house. I think they have 5 bedrooms. They're paying $1,600 a month to rent that house.
Yeah.
Wow. I said, what?
Have to.
Like my house payment's
right
less than half of that.
Right. But you have to if you're
around half of that.
But you have to if you're going to be the entrepreneur that's going to rent the houses out because of all the different tenant rights and all the things that you have to as that owner to take care of the house. And then you go into
I'm like, I couldn't believe they said that. I'm like, $1,600?
Oh yeah. Hey, so get ready unfortunately for Dylan to move back home because that's what's going to wind up happening.
Mom! Meatloaf!
I never know what she's doing back there.
That's all right. I mean, the room down here is still there. So
yeah, unless he's gonna get one of those $1,600 a month houses with a bunch of buddies.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I would have went if I had to do it all over again, knowing what I know now. I'd have probably went trade school, just because. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you want to take care of your family. So why not go make the money? I love coaching. I love teaching and stuff, but come on, man. I mean, at the end of the day,
Bill Miller. And you know what also comes with that trade school and that union job that you get or whatever? You're not paying what I'm paying. I'm paying $1,125 a month in health benefits. I'm paying that so my family is covered. Not even counting my $2,500, $6,000 deductible.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not kidding you. I've paid almost $20,000 last year in health. Yeah,
love it.
And people are like, you're a teacher, you got good benefits.
That's cute. I remember my first beer.
But I will love coaching a game tomorrow, hopefully, if the weather permitting.
I'll love coaching a game tomorrow.
You don't have a game tomorrow? Oh, no, you're Monday.
We talked about that, Jason.
I know. You play after us.
Yeah, we do.
Biden 24, Deering just posted. Yeah, I'm voting for Biden.
Oh, Brian's riding with Biden? Cool.
He ain't riding with Biden.
Oh, man. Yeah, come on, Brian. I know you better than that. Come on now.
Hey.
I don't know. You Crystal City folk.
Hey.
80 million people riding with Biden last time, so we'll see how that turns out in 24.
Yeah, about 20 million were dead, but hey, you know what?
They got a voice too, Jason. Those people got a voice
too.
That probably is a good point to end this show.
Telling you right now. All right. appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box.
Oh, the whole 3 people.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, we had some people here. And you know what? People might watch later because, hey,
we're free.
We're free. You can go back and watch anytime
We're
you
not
want.
behind a paywall?
Nope, no paywall.
Okay.
Nothing like that. No pay-per-view.
I don't have to download a
Nope.
App?
No sketchy app. No long, email address or website address to put in. It's real simple.
No Chinaman.
No. We try to keep all of the Chinese stuff off of our page and stuff. So don't click on any links that look sketchy. But you can follow us on Facebook. That's free. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. That's also free. And you can listen if you're absolutely crazy and you just want to listen to us, rant and argue and banter back and forth. You can listen to it on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts.
I got some,
all
Dad.
for free.
We need to get some more TikToks out there.
Jason, I will let you be in charge of creating.
I didn't say I wanted to be in charge of anything. You know me.
I don't know
it's
what
buddy
you're talking
time.
about.
Is what you're saying. It's buddy time.
Buddy! Get over here!
Hey, don't knock the buddy time, man.
Hey, I can't, man. He's coach of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
He was coach of the year. That's right.
So have you. You've been coach of the year. Yeah. Oh, wait. The only one in this show that hadn't been is me. Whatever.
Yeah. Well.
I have not.
No, maybe you had one at some point.
No,
I don't
they
know.
didn't do coaches of the year down south.
Oh, you were beloved down there. I figured you had.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
There's a statue outside of North County, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right, I know there's one
Joe Arnold's.
And on that note, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. Next time we see you, it will be episode 175. Hard to believe we've actually.
No way, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens after 174. Yeah, so we're counting down and we're getting closer, but
all free.
Yeah, it's all free. So go back and watch if you want to. If you don't, totally fine. We understand that. But thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys all next time. Good evening. God bless. And be careful out there with all the weather and temperatures. We'll see you all later.
This episode of the Coach's Box, Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.